Hey guys, welcome back to the plant terrace. I thought it would be fun to randomly pop on here because I got a couple new plant things and I'm actually really excited about them. Next to me is my Ikea Akerbar, which is a small like terrarium that I'm going to be putting my favorite Hoya in. I'll show that to you in a bit, but what actually came in the mail today is even more exciting. And I got a whole setup for a pegboard and shelf that will fit inside the Akerbar. And if you haven't seen it yet, I think you're gonna really think it's pretty cool. If you have a love for plants and smaller plants or terrariums, it is a pretty cool setup. And so I got these things off of Etsy. It's called Modern Aqua. I think they probably have a website too, so I'll link it below. This came way quicker than I expected. Sometimes when I order things from Etsy, it's just hard to know for sure if the ship time is estimating correctly or not. And this came quicker than I thought, and it came packaged so nicely. I really should have filmed that, but they have like personalized bubble wrap. It's very professional and nice. So I have already been removing the protective layer of whatever's on the acrylic, and I had one more left, so I thought I would just show you. Also, it's very handy. This came with a little paper that has a QR code, and it tells you to scan that so you can see the directions for how to set this up. And I loved that because I am no good at following paper directions, and I feel like we're in 2025. If you don't have a video direction on how to set your thing up, well, then I don't know if it's gonna work out for me. All right, let me get this last piece of protective. That is pretty satisfying as well. And then it comes with obviously all of the hardware and everything that you need to set this up. I don't know how well I will be able to film the whole setup. I kind of just wanted to show you how I'm personalizing it. Obviously I'm not going to do a tutorial on how to set everything up, but yeah, it has all of the hardware, and these little things will be what holds the shelving on. And okay, these also have that protective layer, so I will remove that, and then I will switch the camera view around. I got a couple other fun planty things in the mail today from Amazon as well. I got a new fertilizer, a huge thing. I've always loved the regular Super Thrive, but I read really good things about the foliage one. And this is actually a pretty good deal for this huge thing compared to some of the other good fertilizers. So I was excited for that. And then I got some acrylic shelves for my windows, which, yeah, I'm just gonna have to turn you around in just a minute. I'll show it to you before I put the pegboard in. I kind of have a few things like set up, like I just have the lights sitting on top, but those will be mounted on the inside. And then I just was using a couple acrylic desk shelves or organizers as a little shelf just until I got the things that I wanted to create my little pegboard shelves. Let me show you too what I was talking about, the window shelves. I absolutely love these window shelves. I have them throughout my house, and well, just thought I could use a few more here. So let's get to the pegboard. This isn't the best angle for the camera, but I wanted to at least show you. So the pegboard comes with an additional acrylic piece that goes right here. And just in case, obviously watch their tutorial, but just know that you'll be taking out the Ikea stock piece of acrylic, and this is the very top of the terrarium. I'll point it out when it's back on, but so just know that if you are planning to do a pegboard, it might be easier for you to not completely install the Akerbar if you're able. I know you can do it if you did already install the Akerbar altogether, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't put the last few screws in because I'm having a little bit easier time. So I already changed out the acrylic piece, and it has little hooks that go on the back, which is where the pegboard will hang. This is my light, and I'm actually using these 3M adhesive strips, and so they're the command strips. I believe they say they're like good for up to like 15 30 pounds, I don't know, something way more than what these lights are. So there are different ways you can put the lights up. You could definitely do something more like a magnet. I know some people wouldn't trust adhesive in a terrarium. Mine's not going to be very humid. And honestly, I have used this kind of system for many things. Never had an issue. Of course, that doesn't mean this is the best way, but I'm just showing you what I'm doing. So I am just adding, I'm gonna add 2 for each light. This is 2 lights, and these are the Barina T5 lights. I'll put any links below for any of the things that I'm using, and they will be my affiliate links, but you can obviously just use the links to see which items I'm using. So I'm putting, these are like held together kind of by a very thick Velcro. So I'm attaching that first because it makes it a little bit easier to line everything up. Then I remove the double-sided tape on both sides, and I'm just going to put this one down towards this end. My light switch is on the side, so this won't interfere with that. And I'm hoping that this is gonna work out just perfect. Now my light will get attached to its cord on this side, which is where all of the other cords are going to come out. So now, like in my head, I hope I'm doing this all right. I am a little confused. There's a couple holes here. I feel like I need to try this out first. There's a couple extra holes in this pegboard top, and I honestly wasn't quite sure. Maybe I didn't. I'm gonna try this out first before I get too far. Oh my goodness, you guys, these people were geniuses. These extra holes are if you are installing lights, and so it already has these holes drilled for your lights. And so this is the exact spot I was putting it, but I didn't realize they had holes drilled. So now I'm not sure if I want to go ahead and just take that adhesive off and use the actual hardware, but I think that's pretty cool. Now I do think that how they showed it, it looks like it was for a different light, but I still think that this works for my Barina T5s, the 2 12-inch ones. Okay, I ended up getting the lights on there. They made that way easier than I thought it was gonna be, but this seems a little tricky. Maybe not. Just, okay, actually no. I was worried that it was like such a tight squeeze, but there are little hooks. So we just have to line all of that up. Oh, I need to get my fan out of the way. It's all. It needs to kind of be able to be tilted. Almost. You almost have to line it up. Okay, just I got this shelving on. Now this is just a hack. If you were removing your stock acrylic piece from the top of your IKEA Akerbar, hold on to this piece because I'm not exactly sure if I'm missing something, but I think mine came with some extra hardware pieces, or maybe I'm forgetting. I did just get these 2 shelves because I didn't want to buy too much and not be able to return it. I think maybe if I were going to purchase anything more, I might actually go ahead and get a second shelf to go all the way across, but I wasn't sure if I was going to want some taller plants back here. So actually I'll probably just check out, put my plants in, see how I like it with this shelving system. But once you have the pegboard, you can, you know, you can customize it from there much easier. But yeah, this piece right here, if you wanted to make the shelves a little bit wider, it would work, honestly. But I'm gonna go ahead and put my plants back in here, and then I'll just show you what it all looks like. Okay, silly me. I realized that the extra pieces were for the middle support. Oh, that's the second time I did that. Well, you could probably put 2 different supports in the longer shelf as well. Okay, so this is how I have it now. I have to move this shelf, so I don't want to make it too permanent yet, but the only thing you gotta keep in mind, I would say, is that if you were going to have 2 layers of shelves, this is about 6 inches from the light. I have some pretty smaller plants, so that's totally fine. But if you're growing big plants, the pegboard, I mean, it might work for you if you do deal with a lot of propagations, but they also have like a little propagation station that can go onto the pegboard, so that's cool. I'm sorry, my Chihuahua is out there playing with the kids all crazy. But yeah, and then there's still space down here since my bottom shelf is one of the shorter. If you want to know the exact measurements of shelves that I have, I can let you know. Yeah, but I love that there's still room in here for me to add more. I don't love the Hoya that have the very tall trellis. I need to get some that are a bit shorter so that I can fit them in here, but I am so excited to keep playing around with this and customize, and I will see you guys later. Bye.